Hi, everybody. Dan Illman here, taking a look at race number 10 at Thistledown on Best of Ohio Saturday. Let's throw up the field for the Best of Ohio Governor's Buckeye Cup. We're going a mile and a quarter. $100,000 is the purse. Anchor leg to the pick 5, anchor leg to the pick 4. As you see, a wide open field headed perhaps by Forewarned, who handles a mile and a quarter, getting back in with Ohio breds after running a good third in the Grade 3 Westchester last time out. He might very well be the horse to beat. We'll take a look at the Timeform US pace projector for this race. That red bar indicates that pace might be fast, and it could leave some of these front runners gasping for air at the end of this demanding 10 furlong distance. King Creed should be the speed, the number 8. He's stretching out in distance, and even with the blinkers coming off, I can't imagine him not being right up and on the lead. I Want to Win has speed. I don't believe the number 1 I Want to Win has King Creed's kind of speed, and Mo Don't Know, he should be up close to the pace as well. The number 1 is I Wanna Win, and let's watch I Wanna Win's most recent effort against open non-winners of one other than foes. He wins this race comfortably as the favorite, and this just looks like a lightly raced, compared to some of the others in here with 22 starts, a lightly raced gelding that's still finding his way. Now, the question for I Wanna Win is distance. The race that we saw at a mile, he's going to stretch out past a mile and 70 yards for the first time in his career on dirt. He's run a couple of times at a mile and a 16th on turf without winning. I'm a little bit concerned about the distance for I Wanna Win. He's coming into this race in very good form, 3 on the board finishes in a row. I am concerned about the mile and a quarter. You have no concerns about that with the 2 Forewarned, who won the Ohio Endurance at Mahoning Valley at a mile and a quarter, and is coming off of a third in the Grade 3 Westchester. He ran against Code of Honor, last year's Travers winner. He ran against Endorsed, a very good Godolphin horse. He is taking a substantial drop in class. He's coming off a 91 Beyer speed figure effort, and if he repeats that performance, he's just going to be very difficult to beat. Now, he was listed as a vet scratch in New York on July the 4th, and is coming into this race off of a 2-month layoff. But he's the fastest horse coming in. He's going to get the right pace set up, and he's going to be tough, running hard in the stretch. The 3 is Gone Too Soon, who won on turf last time out against Ohio breds. His prior starter on dirt, though, was his first race off of a layoff, and he ran into a pretty nice horse named More Than Good, who came back to win an allowance race with a 77, probably around third in allowance race, pardon me, with a 77 Beyer speed figure. Gone Too Soon, I thought, ran well on turf last time out. There wasn't a ton of pace for him to attack, and he was able to gut it out at the end at a nice price. He likes to win races, 11 for 51. But there are some class questions. There are also some distance concerns. I'm not sure a mile and a quarter is his best game. He was 4th in this race in 2017. Let's move on to the number 4, that being Mobile Solution. And let's watch Mobile Solution's race on dirt 2 starts back. The Lewis Memorial, where he just had a really nice trip up close to the pace. He's the favorite. He's going after the leader, turning for home, and he wins this race in workmanlike fashion. Mobile Solution won the Buckeye Cup last year, utilizing the turf to dirt move, the same turf to dirt move that he's going to be using on Saturday. Mobile Solution also has good tactical speed. You don't worry about the distance with a horse like this. He has more tactical speed than Forewarned, the horse that he might have to worry about the most in here. He's likely to get the jump on that horse, and he is a strong contender at 6-1 on the morning line. You can never sleep on the 5, Mo Don't Know. He won this race in 2016. He won this race in 2017. He's won 19 times in his career, and he is still kicking. He caught a wet track last time out. He finished 4th that day, but something tells me these connections have been pointing to this race all along, and the last race was simply a means to an end. This is going to be Mo Don't Know's 3rd start of the form cycle, and he has races certainly fast enough to win, including a perfect trip 91 Beyer win in the Cardinal Handicap, going 6 furlongs 3 starts back, where he shot right up the rail to beat King Creed. Mo Don't Know wants to beat you. It doesn't matter the distance. He's got good tactical speed, and You always have to worry about him. 5-1 on the morning line. Let's watch Team Huckey's last race. He's going to finish third. In a state-bred non-winners of two other than, he showed good tactical speed in this race. He just wasn't good enough at the end, earning a 68 Beyer speed figure. When you look at his lifetime record, 4 seconds, 7 thirds. He often settles for minor awards. He's going to be stretching out for the first time. These connections believe that he can get the distance, although when I look at his pedigree by Caleb's posse out of a Thunderello mare, I have question marks. I'm just not sure 1.25 miles against stakes competition is what he wants to do right now. Let's call it even, I think, is a sleeper in this race. Okay, he doesn't win very often. He hasn't won a race since 2018 when he won the Buckeyes Cup, going 1.25 miles. So he has it in him. He ran on turf last time out. He ran okay. Let's watch his race. Actually, he ran third prior to that at Belterra Park 2 starts back on July the 1st. And the winner of that race, Awesome Gent, all he did was come back and win with a 95 Beyer speed figure. That was, let's call it even's first start since February. He ran really well. He then came back to show good speed in that race on turf, which I don't think is his preferred surface. He's going to get a fast pace to attack in here. This horse might be double-digit odds at post time, and I think he's going to give a very good account of himself. Let's watch King Creed's last race. In for the 25,000, now winners of 3 other than optional claiming condition, going 6 furlongs, no sweat. King Creed right to the top, controlled this pace from start to finish, no issues whatsoever. He's won 7 of 15 lifetime starts. The connections are taking the blinkers off, maybe to try to get him to slow down a little bit. They're not going to stop him from getting the lead unless he breaks disastrously. He's just that fast of a horse, but they want to slow him down because he's stretching out from 6 to 10 furlongs. And the one time they tried routing with him was over a mile in Mahoning Valley. It was one of the rare bad races for King Creed. So there are a lot of distance questions for King Creed. He's a really nice horse. I'm concerned about the trip. Over Icy, the 9 ran an okay third in the Ohio Endurance at 1.25 miles last year. He was running on a little bit at the end, so I'm really not worried about the distance. He's been building up his strength with 4 sprint starts this year, and he just hasn't run as well as we've seen him in the past. And I'm wondering about his current form. I'm not worrying about him stretching out in distance. I think he can show some tactical speed, showing some stretch out speed. I'm worried about the current form he's in. Over Icy, he's going to have to harken back to last year to get into it in this spot. Send Me On is the number 10. Another horse going third start of the form cycle. Another horse going turf to dirt. Turf to dirt's been a good angle for Send Me On. He won the Cleveland Gold Cup last year for 3-year-olds using the turf to dirt move. And he earned an 85 Beyer in the Ohio Endurance last year. Running 5th that day, he was running on at the end. He still has to prove he's ready for horses like Four Warns right now, but he's another one with some upside. We saw Verissimo in Mobile Solutions replay. He was gaining on Mobile Solution at the end of that dirt race. He came back to win on turf last time out. He was second in this race last year to Mobile Solution, and he's just a solid, hard-hitting horse that's been in the exact to 12 of 17. I think 9-2 on the morning line is a little light on Verissimo, but he's going to be running late, and if he drifts a little bit off those morning line odds at post time, I'll be considering him. Let's watch Bucket Beats, the 12's last race. Non-winners of 1 other than. He wins easy. Now, the problem is the Beyer came back really light. That's a 70 Beyer speed figure. It's just not going to do it against these kind of horses. Plus, he has a post 12, and he's going to have to really work out a trip from out there. Tim Ham does great work with his horses. Bucket Beat should be ready to go in his 3rd start off of a lengthy layoff. I think he's going to take another forward move, but he's going to have to work out a trip from a tough post while taking an improved step on the Beyer scale. We take a look at my top picks for the Best of Ohio Governor's Cup. I think Mobile Solution can make it 2 in a row. I like the way he won on dirt 2 starts back. I like that they're doing the same turf to dirt move that resulted in his win in this race last year. I do think Four Warns is the horse to beat. He's a horse you probably have to use in any kind of multiple race wagers. But those are the 2 I probably want to key on in the feature race on Best of Ohio Saturday. It's the Governor's Buckeye Cup. It's race number 10. Best of luck.